Alright, hello everybody, I hope you're having a good day so far, or night, or morning, or whatever. I want to get this out to you pretty quick and hope that OBS does not crash again. So, without further ado, I wanted to give a quick announcement. If you guys haven't heard yet, me and a bunch of other streamers and content creators have been invited to the North America Media Tour for ShadowBringers on May 22nd. The embargo on the information that we get there will be lifted on the 29th. If you don't know what that means, it's just that none of us attending are allowed to say what we saw in the gameplay until that date, the 29th. I believe the creators from the other media event tours overseas are held to that same date, so all information will be coming out at once. I wanted to make that clear so I don't have to answer 100 questions on when I'll be posting stuff. You can still ask those questions, but I won't answer them. With that being said, here is what I'll get access to, what I want to focus on, and what input I'd like from all of you. First and foremost, I'm going to get a chance to talk with the man himself, Yoshi P. The guidelines for questioning are simply that they pertain to the expansion, and that we don't ask anything about like the business model, because apparently people are still doing that. Game journalists, am I right? Personally, I plan on aiming most of my questions around combat changes, motivations, and intentions behind those changes. This might be synonymous, but whatever, we're not redoing it. I won't know exactly what will be changed until I get there, but I feel that there tends to be a disconnect between the intention of the devs and what the players actually do with the content. This was seen with Ninja being optimized better by the players than the devs, and bard changes in Heavensward that didn't really mesh. People were not able to figure out the intended combos and rotations that allowed them to do proper damage, and they had to make adjustments based on that after the release. And Yoshi P initially did not want to tell us how to do that, just that we should have figured it out. And I don't know how that ever worked. I didn't play Bard much in Heavensward, but I remember that being quite a big deal on release. Anyway, we weren't given specifics on what content we'll have access to. From what I've been told by Mary, who attended this Stormblood media tour, last time there were packets given out with all the info on Samurai and Red Mage. So we might have that for Gunbreaker and Dancer right off the bat. They were also able to do a dungeon as well. That hasn't been confirmed by the event at all, but hopefully we get something similar so we can try the changes in a realistic setting rather than just steamrolling open world monsters. That being said, my first objective will be to look at the changes to Monk and Samurai, since I have very little personal interest in the new jobs. I'll still get to them, so don't worry. This event runs from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., with our hands-on time being from 10:30 to 6, so I should still have plenty of time to at least give a once-over on the other jobs. I'm still working on what other stuff to ask from that, but since my slot with Yoshi P is at 2:45 that day, I'll have a couple hours to work with things and formulate some questions based on that experience. After Monk and Samurai, I want to give a look at Dark Knight and Machinist, since they've been the most requested lately. This is one of the moments where I could really use your input, since I do not main these jobs or know how they're supposed to work entirely. Every time I try, people make fun of me in chat. So, in the comments below, please outline your perceived issues with each job in as much detail as possible so I know what to look for. Even so, I'll go over the tooltips and traits as much as I can to allow you guys the chance to theorycraft on your own. I'll be giving a look at the healer changes as well, since that's something else that they seem to want to adjust in lieu of not giving another healing job this expansion. I'm going to leave the heavy lifting in this category to someone like Tate, or Golden Tot, who heals Savage content, but I'll touch on it at least a little bit. Now, I'll still be messing around with Gunbreaker and Dancer as much as I can in the time remaining, so don't worry. I'm neither a tank nor ranged physical DPS though, so my input on the subject will be probably mediocre at best. Same as Dark Knight and Machinist though. I hope my interactions with the jobs at least allow you to infer some of the finer points that I might miss personally. Honestly, I'm the type of player that usually has to have people point things out to me. Most of my time spent optimizing is for my own job as much as I can, and then I forsake life in the light to go off to my editing cave once we get the footage we need. That doesn't mean I won't be trying my best to make the most of this opportunity and give you guys as much quality as possible, but I want to set the expectations at a reasonable level. So that's it for now. I just wanted to go over that and keep you all in the loop. As soon as I get back from the event next week, I'll probably disappear for a bit while I get the footage together and the videos made. I'll only have a week to compile everything, so please bear with me. I hope you're all as excited as I am for this. I'm really really looking forward to being able to get to do this, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity. So that being said, have a good one, guys, and I will see you soon.